Well, it's a difficult specialization to get into because so many people want to be in it. And it's very attractive, obviously. A longtime sports writer in New York called it the sandbox of journalism because it's where a lot of the kids play. And it is a lot of fun, but it's also a tremendous amount of work. If you want to work your way into it and you really want to be in sports, what you have to do is do it. You have to write at the local level. You have to keep trying to find your niche in sports and talking to people about openings and watching for jobs, and you have to be willing to start at the bottom level. You have to be willing to work your way up. My first professional job, my first full-time job, I was the 8th man in an 8-man sports staff, and I got all the dregs. So you had to work the worst hours and everything else, but I worked my way out of it, and eventually I got to the top of the ladder. So it's just a matter of hard work and being passionate about it. Maintaining your professionalism is absolutely paramount. There's an old saying, no cheering in the press box. And sometimes you really feel good about something that happens on the field or on the track or in the arena. You really feel good about it, about a team winning or a guy doing very well or whatever, but you have to kind of keep that to yourself. And if it's a bad thing, if somebody gets hurt or God forbid killed or things go very badly, you have to keep that in perspective too, because you have a job to do. And at times it's very hard, but I think the good professionals know how to keep things within them until they're done with their job, and then they can react like the rest of the people around them. But you try not to get too close to your subjects. I always liked Mario Andretti. He was one of my favorite race drivers. I liked watching him race. I liked the way he approached things. I thought he was a real gentleman. And we did many, many interviews, hundreds of interviews over the years, and I always liked him a lot. And I never got real close to him because he was somebody I had to deal with on a professional basis. When he retired, I called him up and said, I'd like to take you out to dinner. And he said, well, why? And I said, well, you've done so much for me over the years, all these interviews, I'd like to pay you back with a dinner. And we went out to dinner with our wives, and we had a wonderful time, and we've become very good friends. But not until after he stopped driving.